Alright everyone, welcome to my first ever Let's Play, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. Alright, this is Wallet Hamster, and about to start a game real quick. Let me just erase this just in case. Okay, we're gonna start off with file 1. Let's do this. This is also a multiplayer game. On the Game Boy, you can use link cables to link up with your friends and play 2 players, which is pretty cool. Okay, level 1, Vegetable Valley. This is pretty much going to be like almost a tutorial level of the game. It's really basic, you use your controls to move left and right. Press them twice and you'll run. You can press down to crouch, up to, go through doors. Press the A button to jump. If you press A again while you're in the air, you'll start to float. You can press down and A and down and B and you'll do a slide. Hold down B and you'll suck in things like enemies, and some enemies will give you things like power-ups, like the one I just absorbed gave me the power-up beam, which this beam is like a whip. Wabsh, beam it. Alright, I think that's a joke on whip it, but yep. So, and then while you have a power absorbed, you can press B to use it. There are a multitude of powers in this game, so probably cover most of them, I believe. And there are also some enemies that don't give you powers at all. You can just absorb them. Just cuz. So, with that, let's get this Let's Play rolling. Alright. And once you've absorbed an enemy, you can press B again to send them flying in the form of a star, which can do damage to other enemies. So that's good. Okay, in a few levels in this game, there are some secrets. Shows us this one right here. You can't see it because the bar's in the way, the life bar. Oh yeah, and down there is your life bar. You have 6 segments of health at the moment and 2 lives. And then the numbers down there are your score, which doesn't really do anything. Now, as you can see, under the block right there, it's like a darker shade. That's actually a place we can go into, so you want to be careful about not falling off, because that will kill you. But press up through here to go in. And it will take you to a room that gives you a really nice power, the UFO. Wow, I'm so lucky I copied a UFO. I can do 4 different moves. It all depends on how long you hold B, which is completely true. If you just touch B, it's much like your beam attack that we got much earlier. If you hold B a little bit, you'll shoot a little big laser. If you hold it a little bit longer, you shoot a bigger laser. And if you hold it for a really long time, I'm a fire in my laser. You shoot a huge laser. So it's pretty useful. It's really one of the most useful power-ups there is. So it's nice to have. Because you can pretty much just do whatever with it, And go through a doorway. Alright. Ooh, check this out. This item right here is a Maximum Tomato. What it does, it fully heals you. Pretty much it restores all of your life bars back. So that's nice to have. Awesome. And towards the end of the level, you'll jump on this little spring thing, and if you press A just at the right time, it'll launch you up to the floor that, what your goal is the first floor, because if you hit the first floor, you get a life up, but all the rest of them are just points. Okay, this is the first introduction of a mini game right now. It's called Bomb Rally. Press A to hit the bomb. That's pretty much the whole point of the game. Right now it starts off at level 1, as do all the mini games in the regular mode. So it's pretty easy. Just when the bomb comes, you just hit A on your controller, and that's pretty much it. It's not really that hard. It does get quick later, but ta-da! Boom. So, yeah. Ooh. The first place prize for this game is 3 lives up. The second place prize is 2, and the third place prize is only 1 up. And if you're in last place, you don't get anything. But by getting first place, I got 3 1-ups, which gives us a total of 5 lives, which is nice. Okay, let's see. Cannons. Here are a few introductions to enemies that you can't really hurt. Uh, Cannon is one of these. Pretty much what all it does is shoot cannonballs at you, and you can't really do anything to it except for deflect its cannonballs. If it shoots one at you, your power-ups can, attack the cannonballs and destroy them, but you can't do anything to the cannons. Also, these shiny, flashing, spiky things, you can't do anything to them either, they just hurt you. And that is a warp star. You grab onto one of those and it'll take you to another section of the map. So that's nice. Or, not really map, but I guess level. Oh, and this ability is Cutter. The Cutter boomerang is coming right back at you. Alright, so time to come to our first boss. I wouldn't even really call this much of a boss, so. One cool thing you can do with Cutter is shoot in one direction and then jump up. Jump right over it coming back to you, and it can go all the way to the other end. And hopefully hit him. And you can press select to get rid of your curtain power up. And this boss gives you a very extremely useful power up called Crush. Or Crash, my bad. And it says warning, use as a last resort. Well, I wonder what that does. This is what that does. Pretty much destroys an enemy, or any enemy, on the map at the time, or on the screen at the time. So, that's pretty useful. I mean, you won't really need it ever, because it's kind of an overpowered move, but and another maximum tomato to get our life back up. That's nice. These little mushrooms, they can be tricky, because usually when you absorb an enemy, they just, go right in, but what you do is you absorb their tops first, and then you have to either shoot their tops back at them, or you can absorb them afterwards. This power-up is the sword. It's actually a pretty useful power-up. You can jump in the air and spin around, or press down and do your slide attack, and you can also attack that way, so that's nice. And you look a lot like Link from The Legend of Zelda, so that's pretty cool. Alright, come on, first floor. Ah, so close. If you get to the very top of the edge, he'll actually grab onto it and try to shimmy on up it or something like that. It's funny. Alright, to level 3. And we will use this new sword we got. That's pretty much the only way to get rid of a cannon, is to make it drop off the screen. Oh, and you can also use your breath as a weapon. When you release air that you have built up, if that hits an enemy, it will destroy it, which is weird. So, Kirby must have some pretty bad breath or something. I don't know what just happened there. Okay, this is water. Of course. All you can really do in water is squirt using B. There's some enemies that can go into water, such as that frog or that fish that was here earlier. And it's pretty much the only enemy that'll, stay in water and not die. Most of them do. And if you lose an ability to water, it's pretty much gone. So you don't want to do that either. And there's some abilities you can use in the water, such as like your sword. You can use your sword underwater. So that's very useful. There are actually some secrets later in the game to which you need items like that underwater, so it's never a bad thing to have them. Go to maximum tomato. Come on, first floor. Ah, wow, third. That's even worse. 2,000 points. That's not bad though, right? I can't really tell how we're doing on time, but okay, this is right here. This is a I, I I just call them museums. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Pretty much it just gives you a random ability to copy for free. Right here it gives you sword, so pretty much anytime you come in one, there's just going to be a person with a sword. See? It doesn't give you any extra points, so you can't go back and forth and rack up on points or anything like that, but yeah, that's museums. There are a few of them in the game. This is the second boss that you fight. Pretty much just a guy that throws ice at you. It's pretty easy. But he gives you a really good move called freeze. Pretty much was okay, stop, come no closer, I'll chill you to the bone. You just hold down B and it's a lot like Spark, but it freezes your enemies. Watch. And then you can also they turn into frozen ice blocks, which you can push into other enemies to kill. So that's nice. And this is I cannot remember the name of that thing. It's like some life jelly jar, I don't know, something like that. But it restores 1/3 of your health, which would be 2 segments of health. So having one right now would be perfect. This is one of my favorite power-ups. It's called Needle. You hold down B and Kirby gets really spiky. It's pretty much the whole thing. But I mean, it's very useful. You can just sit there and kill enemies right as they walk into you. Now this is a lollipop that makes you invincible, so that's nice to have. Just run right through here and nothing will happen to you. If you're running fast enough, you can usually go over small gaps like the one that I did to get that one up over there. Come on, one up. Ah, so close. Well, I think we're running pretty low on time here, so I guess that's gonna be part one. In the next part, I guess we're going to fight the first major boss, and then that'll be it. Okay, so I guess I'll see you guys then. Bye.